Hey, what's going on, everybody? Who we 186 back again with another video, and we are going to be doing a video, a review slash comparison of the Hori Commander FightPad, Blaze Blue Edition that I bought about a month and a half ago, and we're going to be comparing this with the MadCatz FightPad Pro controller I bought late last year, and I'm going to be doing a comparison. I'm going to review the Hori FightPad and compare it with this. Now, as far as the non-important stuff, the aesthetics, obviously, this one I bought, the version that I bought is blue. I think this one also comes in, I think this also comes in red. No, does it come in red? No. I don't remember. I think it also came in black. I bought the blue one because I like, my favorite color is blue, and this is the perfect shade of blue. This is the type of controller I want. I also have a regular blue controller. Let me see if I can find it for my PS4 right here. So obviously I do like the color. So that's the reason why I bought it. This one I think was available in red, blue, I think also. So I decided to buy the one in white because I thought that it looked better. The white one looked better. So as far as the aesthetics go, it's a push pretty much. Let's start with the switches. Up top you have the traditional R3, L3, switches where you can switch. You can switch between button commands of let me see, which one does it change? You can pretty much change it into the L3 buttons. When you click down on the sticks, traditionally on a traditional PS4 controller, when you push down, those are technically R3 and L3. So you can switch those up. You can switch those up here to mimic those, to have the shoulder buttons mimic those commands. Excuse me. Yeah, pretty much the same thing here. Pretty much the same type of switch here. The shoulder buttons, even though they're not, I don't really use them that often. For Street Fighter 5, I'll use them. I'll use the L1 and L3 for the V skills and V triggers and stuff like that. Obviously this one has traditional triggers, and but on the Hori, the thumbsticks are flat. Like they don't have any curve to them. They just feel flat. Kind of like I'll probably say it's pretty much reminiscent of the PS2 DualShock DualShock controllers and the original DualShock. At least I think so. I don't think I have a PS2 controller here anywhere, but yeah, the shoulder button do remind me of that. I do prefer the shoulder buttons on here because they're more traditional. But it's a fighting game, so more than likely the reason why I bought these controllers was because of the face buttons. So it kind of I kind of wanted to eliminate the purpose of using the shoulder button. So this is not really a big deal. So Speaking of face button, let's go to that right now. For this controller, there is a switch. The switch is right here. There's a switch right here for left stick, right stick, and DP. I don't know what DP stands for. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I don't know if it's a PC thing because this controller is compatible with PC. I don't know if the MadCatz is. It doesn't really specify on here because the only switch it has is PS4 and PS3. This one has PS4, PS3, and PC. So I don't know what DP stands for. And also it has a turbo button. Now the turbo button, it doesn't seem like it works on PS4. I don't know if it'll work on PS3 or PC or not. But I did try to press it, and there's supposed to be a light that comes on here, but it never came on. So it is what it is. You have the start and option buttons right here. A much better placement than the original, than the MadCatz, which are in the bottom. Now the MadCatz does have the touchpad, which this one doesn't have, obviously. And this is kind of important because there are some of the old school fighting games that are on the PlayStation store, the PS2, the PS4 games, that utilize the touchpad for start and select. And if you don't have that button to use, then you won't be able to play the game. Like I haven't tried this with I think the other game that does this is there's two games that I have that does this. This is a Samurai Showdown 6 and King of Fighters 2000. Now I haven't used this for Samurai Showdown, but I have used this for King of Fighters 2000, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So yeah, you have to use the MadCatz will work. For this one, it won't. So you have to keep that in mind. So this one doesn't have a touchpad. Also doesn't have a stick. This has a regular D-pad. Very much in line with my Xbox One D-pad. And like I said, this one, like I said in my review of this controller, I do not like the how do you call it, the D-pad on this. And using the stick is fine, but I much rather use a D-pad. And this one, is the this is the clear winner in this debate. Like I do like the D-pad in this a lot better. The face buttons, pretty much the same place. Well, actually, well, the R1 buttons, the R1 R2 buttons here are more in line with each other. They're more I don't know. Yeah, they're more in line with each other. This one, you can tell that the R2 and L2 are kind of like a little bit off kilter with it, which I don't have a problem with. You see a lot of arcade sticks are like that. But this one and these fade buttons are a little bit bigger than that one. But overall, both of them serve the purpose. It's not really a big deal. Now, my overall thoughts on this controller is I do think this is a good controller. This is the one I prefer, really only because of the D-pad. Everything else, as far as like overall controller presentation, I would say that the MadCatz is more in line with a quality controller. It has much better. It has a much better feel to them when you're holding the controller. It has like these the handles on the bottom, like with the grips, and it just feels it's a much better controller to hold in your hands. This one doesn't have any grips. It's just a regular. It is curved, but it just has a regular feel to it. It kind of has a feel of a probably like a Sega Genesis controller a little bit, you know what I mean? An old school Sega Genesis controller, and those controllers are fine, but I preferred the Super Nintendo controller, even though they were also flat. But it does have a old school controller feel to them. These are more modernized. But like I said before, the reason why I'm gonna stick with this is simply because of the D-pad. The D-pad feels great. And unfortunately, since it doesn't have a D-pad, I may not be able to use this for some of the other fighting games I have. But at the same time, the PS4 controller, as a controller by itself is fine. Like I don't have an issue with it. So if I can't use this, then I'll just use this as a replacement. I kind of do that anyway, so it doesn't matter. But so yeah, my overall point on this controller is it's a good controller. Like I said before, it definitely feels. It doesn't feel as good overall. Oh crap! Oh yeah, that's not gonna help. Like I said before, it doesn't feel as good as the MadCatz controller, but for me, I prefer it because of the D-pad. The D-pad just feels much better. It makes playing fighting games for me a lot easier. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like let me know what you guys think. Anyway, this is it. Hori 186. I am out. Peace.